Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought this would be a great shirt to wear today, or every day. So on my social media accounts, I recently asked you guys to send me some questions so I can do a Q&A while I change my bass strings. So that's what we're doing today. I also wanted to start off and give a couple shout outs to a couple awesome people that are super talented. First one, Pedro. Super talented guitarist and makes hilarious YouTube videos. I'll leave a link to his channel below. And I know some of you guys already know who he is. And second, I want to give a shout out to Danny. I don't know if you go by Danny or Dominique, but very talented singer-songwriter, and she actually has great music. She lives in the Philippines, and just go check it out, you won't be disappointed at all. But Abby K on bass, who is also a very talented musician. I met her at NAMM recently. She asks, what's your string type and what's the gauge? I use GHS strings, GHS bass boomers. It's 45-105, I don't know why I had to check, it's always been that way. I've been using them for about a year and a half, and I don't plan on stopping soon. I really love these strings, and they get the exact sound that I want. Unskilled Slash, who is also super funny and makes great content on Instagram and TikTok. How I've been staying motivated during quarantine, or how you guys can stay motivated during quarantine. Like listening to a lot of new music. There are so many great musicians out there that like I've never heard of before. So I usually use like Spotify, Discover Weekly. I also check out songs that people share on like their stories occasionally. People I follow will be like, oh, check out this song on Spotify, and I'll check it out. And so that's how I've been like staying motivated, like with trying to create like music, I guess. Honestly, I've been going through like a lot of personal changes, so I haven't been as motivated as I'd like to be, but listening to music definitely does help me, I find. Maybe it'll help you guys too. Pedro also asked how I became interested in composition. I recently mentioned that I am interested in doing like film scoring and like film composition. That's always something that I've been interested in. When I went to Cal State Fullerton in 2014, I took a film music class. I don't think I needed it. It just sounded interesting to me. I was like obsessed. Like they talked a lot about Star Wars, of course, and A Clockwork Orange, which is a movie I love. Even when I was younger, I was absolutely obsessed with the Pirates of the Caribbean 2 soundtrack by Hans Zimmer, and I don't know, I've always been into it, and I think just being stuck and like not being able to do what I want to do, like playing shows or helping out my friends or seeing my friends, it's allowed me to like really like think and just like see like what do I want to do. And like I go to online school too, and I work online in addition to all this, and I am studying for like marketing and advertising, which is always something I've been interested in as well, just from using social media and trying to understand how ridiculous it is. So I wanted to learn more about that, but what I would like to do, like if I can't do music or scoring, I would like to do, or maybe in addition to, like help out bands and stuff, like promote their music. And there's just so many great bands out there, and I don't feel like a lot of them are getting the attention they deserve. T-Bones Tunes asks, bass lick every bassist should know. This is very hard, because I definitely don't listen to the same genre that like a lot of other people listen to. I mean, everyone's different, but some easy bass licks that I like, that I think would be good for like either a beginner or even like anyone just to like work their fingers a little bit more. Money by Pink Floyd is a fun one. Longview by Green Day, that was the one that like really got me into playing bass. Like I would play that on guitar before I even had a bass. Amal, who is actually helping me record drums for my next single and EP, he asks me, what cleaning products and accessories do you use? I have this GHS fingerboard care kit, which I will be using right now. Totally forgot that I'm even doing this right now. Also, if you guys want like to see better what I'm doing with changing my strings, I will link a card, and you guys can check that other video out, because I do it the same way. I've always been doing it the same, just different strings. I guess like straps could count as accessories. I use a variety of straps. Recently I've been using a Get 'em strap, who's super high quality, amazing brand. Very nice people as well. And overdrive straps and couch guitar straps. All great companies. Definitely check those out if you need some high quality straps to use. Earth H2O wants to know if I have any tips for writing lyrics. Well, what I do when I have like writer's block is I find that just like writing whatever comes to mind, even if it's in your opinion like crappy or just not good or cringy or whatever, just write whatever comes to mind. And that I find kind of helps like you get like into it a little bit, because usually when I write lyrics, like I'll write something and then I'll go back and make it make more sense or make it more poetic or whatever. I found that helps me, just like kind of like free writing, I guess. Eric Arco on bass wants to know what my signature bass would be. My signature bass would probably be one of these guys. I do really like this. It is escaping me what it is called. But it would definitely have to have a mirror on it. I absolutely love these, like it's like essential to me. Maple. Also, one thing is I've always liked matching headstock and body, so that's something that I would probably get. Also, I use Seymour Duncan pickups, so if I could get that, that would be cool. Like a ton of ideas, but like if I had like all black bass and then like black up here and then black and then like all gold hardware, that would be so pretty. What I'm doing right here is just, it's like a nail file for your frets. There's actually a lot of wear on my frets. I actually have to get it set up. But they closed the place where I used to take it to this guy, and it's just closed. Hope he's still doing it, because I think I can probably contact him on Facebook or whatever. His daughter is, I dated this guy in high school and he cheated on me with his daughter. Just kind of awkward, you know? Santiago Cantillo wants to know, I'm so sorry, I probably screwed that up. How do you make harmonies with melodies? That's a great question. I mean, if there's like a band that you, like find a band that you like their harmonies. Let's say like Runaways, okay? They have like amazing, I love their harmonies. I think they're underlooked. But like, try to see what they do, just kind of imitate it. Like I kind of did use their harmonies as inspiration for my song Lycanthropy during the chorus. When the night is over, you know you haven't seen the last of me. And then on top of that I sing, when the night is over, you know you haven't seen the last of me. And just like trying to know, like, do a little bit of music theory research. That always helps a little bit. Trying to find a band that you like their harmony style. Try to imitate it, sing along, try to learn both parts, and understand why it works together and understand why it works with the chords in the song. Applying that to your own music will help a lot. My cousin asks, do you miss your cousins? Yes, Laura, I miss you guys. I want to give a shout out to her as well. My third shout out of the video, Laura Sharad, she's my cousin, and she's an amazing jazz vocalist, has like a whole album on, well, anywhere I believe. I'll probably link it to Spotify in my description just because it's so beautiful, so calming. I'm so proud of you. bassboomer83, why'd you sell your Duff bass? Do you not like Duff anymore? This is such a weird question. No. I just don't use it anymore, and at the time that I bought my Duff bass, I was in a tribute band, and we played a lot of 80s metal, 80s classic rock, 70s stuff, and it worked very well for that. And just now, it does not work for anything I'm doing. Before I sold it, I hadn't touched it in nearly a year, and it was just collecting dust in the closet, and I wanted it to go to a good home, and the guy that I sold it to was like the nicest guy. He drove away smiling when I gave it to him, so I was glad I was able to give it to someone that was young and like super interested in the bass. And he told me he's been wanting that bass since it came out, and he doesn't have any basses, so I'm like, okay, this is the exact guy that I wanted to give it to. So I was really glad that I gave it to someone that would get way more use out of it than I would. That's why I sold it. I like a lot of bass players. I mean, I like Lemmy. I'm not gonna get Rickenbacker. I don't think you have to have a signature bass to be a fan of the bass player. Or guitar for that matter, or drumsticks, whatever. Plus I highly encourage like trying to find your own like style. Even if you need to get like a bass to find that style. Or you want to try a signature bass just to find your style a little bit better, go for it, whatever. Carlos A. Estrada F asks, what was my worst musician encounter? Honestly, I haven't really run into a lot of musicians, but there is one musician I went to go see play live, and I recently found out he's actually a terrible person. And that is Joey Armstrong from Swimmers. I mean, I thought he was nice, but then turns out he's a complete weirdo. Another one, it's not really a musician, but a manager. I ran into George Lynch's manager when my boyfriend's band was playing for them, opening up for them at a show, and he's just not the nicest guy. So I was also thinking about making a video of me trying to change my guitar strings, because I haven't changed guitar strings since 2016, I think. Bozo Nightmare wants to know what got you into making music. It's probably a variety of things. My dad introduced me to a band called the Aquabats, which I have talked about several times on here and social media, and they got me into like learning about new bands and stuff. Like I would watch their videos on YouTube and then go on the recommend it. I'm like, oh, let me check out this band. So I've learned about so many bands through them. In addition to that, I was a Guitar Hero player, specifically Guitar Hero 3, and I would play that all the time. And there came a point where I was getting very sick of playing the same songs over and over again. And so I was like, hey, I want a real guitar so I can learn different songs. Oh, by the way, I recently made an OnlyFans. It's not anything what you guys are probably thinking, but it's just like behind the scenes. I was gonna make a Patreon, and I might do that still, but I wanted to see how OnlyFans would go first, just because, just so you know, like it's not all that. Like, it's not all explicit content. There are people on there that like share, like if they're like cooks and they share like their recipes and stuff. Fitness trainers, they share their workouts. I'm gonna be sharing content daily, behind the scenes filmmaking, not filmmaking, video making. What am I talking about? Bass advice, music advice, like short little lesson clips, and it's only like $5, so go check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. I'm also starting to sell prints as well on Etsy. I currently have one up there. It's like an alien shoot I did. Go check that out, and they all come autographed, so there's only a limited amount as well, so make sure you grab it quick. Next question is by Jason Weber 57, who is absolutely supportive. Jason wants to know if I could jam with one artist, who would it be? This is crazy because there's so many like talented people, and even just to sit in on like a jam session of some other band would be absolutely insane. Like the Beatles, Queen, just like iconic bands like that. I mean, like I want to know the creative process behind like what those bands do, and like how things form, like some of the most iconic songs of all time. Oh, also I have my first bass lesson that I'm giving on Monday. I'm very excited. Also, if you want to do lessons, please don't be afraid. I don't know why some of you are so intimidated by me. I'm awkward. There's so many different ways you can contact me: Twitter, Instagram, email. We are just about done. If you want a shout out in my next video, make sure you leave a comment and tell me why you feel you deserve a shout out. Are you a small YouTuber? Are you a musician? Like, what do you have to offer? As always, thank you guys for checking out this video. Next time we'll talk about something.